it's got to feel good to get a milestone night happen in a win like this for your team. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, it's special. I mean, nights like this, you want to play well and you want to win, and it just makes it that much more special. So the way the guys battled tonight, the way they worked, the resilience that we showed, after that second period, and come back in here and shut it down and just play so well in the third. It was, just proud of the guys and how they worked, and it's. Every game's a gift, and you never know how games are going to turn out, and tonight was fun.
Some crucial saves on that last penalty kill down the stretch. What was going through your mind at that point in the game?
Yeah, nothing. I just tried to stick with my same game plan I had all game. Just try and see the puck, try and set up on it properly, and get to my spots. So, you're trying to play the same way no matter what the score is and no matter what the time of the game is, and was fortunate enough to get in the way of a few.
Grant, when did you find out you were going to start?
Yesterday, noonish probably.
Good feeling? And what were your emotions at that point? Like, what was at stake and everything?
Yeah, I mean, excited, nervous, you name it. I think probably every emotion. For 500 for a goalie, it's a bigger deal, right? And so you think back a little bit about what's all happened in your career and what's all taken place. And so, for me, being a believer, in Christ, it's like every good gift comes from Him, and tonight was another example of that. And you just try and play hard and play well for Him, and hope things work out.
One on you. What's it like to stare him down, though, a couple of times, knowing that 70 was there and the whole building wanted him to get it?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know how many he had. He asked me for one during the game, and so I gave it to him. But he didn't ask for two, so I guess that's... I knew he's had a lot of goals this year. He's obviously the best goal scorer in this league right now, and so you just try and limit him. So lucky enough for me, I was able to get in the way of a few and be able to squeak it out.
He took your sweater number, too.
I know, he's a jerk, and so no respect.
Was there any more significance for you playing your 500th game doing it in Toronto where you broke in, James?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think, as much as I'd like to say no, I mean, I think it is. I mean, it's, funny how the Lord works things and how He goes kind of full circle. Technically, I played my first game here. I came in the last 10 minutes, I think, against Atlanta, which shows how old I am. And so, to come back and play my 500th here is makes it pretty special. And obviously, there were some lows when we were here, when I was here in Toronto, me and my family, my wife. But some incredible highs, and this is where I was drafted and where I came up, and so many special memories, and I owe so much to this organization, and so it was fun to do it in full circle in the barn where I came up, and it was nice to get it here too, and steal a few points from them.
What's the team's mindset now going into these final two games, James?
I think we only have one. We just have one game. One period. That's all. That's all it is. We just gotta. I think we're doing a great job of breaking it down and playing well in the moment. And so right now we just got the first period against Montreal on Monday, and that's all we're thinking about.
Thanks.
Yep.
You guys, especially down the stretch, to those penalties.
What a story to come in, and again, he's done it all year for us, where he's come in and depending on his workload, where he hasn't had much action, he's come in and gave us a performance like he did tonight, and that third period by him was unbelievable, and we were happy to get it to the intermission with how the second period went, and our message was win a period, win a game. It ended up going a little bit extra, but we got 2 points, and Reimer was a huge part of it, and in his 500th game, I can't be happier for him. The ultimate teammate. He's got the best attitude coming to the rink with a smile, and just gave a great speech after the game that how lucky he was just to play one game, let alone 500, and it was a great locker room atmosphere after that win.
Have you ever had a better feeling after scoring a goal in this league and describe the game winner tonight?
Oh man, it's it's one of the biggest of my career, and I'm hoping this year to have some more big goals, and you can't feel any better, you know. So I knew Kaner was going to look for that play, and I knew I just had to have my stick on the ice, and he was going to hit it, and I didn't even see it go in, but I just saw Kaner, you know, of all the big moments he's had in his career, to see how excited he was, see all the boys rush over. Man, what a feeling.
In Pittsburgh the other night, you talked about the highs and the lows. When you win, you're in, you're on top of the world. When you lose and you're out, it's rock bottom. You went through a lot of that tonight, the emotional roller coaster here tonight. Describe that part of this game.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's just a sample size of what we've been going through. This 60 minutes we just played, where things went well in the first. Our offense was going, our depth scoring was going. In the second, it didn't go our way. And we got it to the intermission, 4-4, and we got it out of third period and killed the penalty the last 3 minutes. It's just, you know, it wasn't a perfect game, but we got the 2 points we needed.
Dylan, did you guys know what was at stake that third period, obviously? If you lose in regulation, you're eliminated. I mean, did you guys know that?
Of course, yeah. I mean, like, we know what's at stake. I don't know what happened in the league tonight, but at some point we kept saying it. We need the 2 points, you know, and to get to this point, I'm not happy we're in this position fighting for our lives, but in Pittsburgh and Washington, at home against Washington, like we've been fighting for our lives here, and the sacrifice, the attitude of the guys has been unbelievable, and we got rewarded tonight for all the hard work that we've done the last stretch here, where we haven't been getting rewarded.
Is it just the resolve too? I mean, you guys controlling your fate as much as you can.
Again, we just, at some point along this stretch, we needed to win hockey games, and we got 2 points tonight, and that's what's going to get us in. We again, I don't know what happened in the league, but 2 points is huge for our hockey club right now.
You're tied now for the second wild card. What's kind of your reaction to hearing that?
We need 2. We need 4. You know, we need to we got Montreal, and man, that's dangerous the way they've been going. We've been in that position that they're in, and it's a whole different ball game of what we've been playing, these playoff style games. We need to show up and have our foot on the gas, and that's been the attitude. You saw that in the first tonight. Didn't go our way in the second, but we stuck with it and got it out 2 points.
What was the feeling on the bench, like during the penalty kill there? I mean, and on the ice and on the bench, that must have been pretty special in a way.
I think I was on the ice the whole, for most of the penalty kill there at the end, so I was breathing through my eyes and just trying to get it out. Watch Matthews, their power play is so dangerous, so many options, high seams, low seams. You know, I think we got the kill done. Mo again had some massive block shots. Reimer made big saves, and you know, they're a good face-off team. They're cheating all night, so we weren't able to get the draws, but we got it out.
Dylan, you spoke just a few days ago about needing more from everybody. Is that what you're seeing now? I mean, your line with Alex to bring Cat to the last couple of games.
Yeah, absolutely. He was unbelievable tonight. He's been going, and it was finally went in for him tonight. So, you know, I just think the attitude and the effort from everyone tonight. You know, our bottom 6 was going, and Reimer's come in and gave us great minutes for the last 2 games. So we've just been battling.
What was it like in here after the second period?
I was, you know, I think nothing crazy, nothing, no frustration, no sense of, man, we're in trouble. You know, I think guys were stepping up, saying the right things, and we came out and did our jobs in the third, and it started with everyone's first shift, and we got settled into the period and did what we had to do.
Yeah, I don't know if it was nerve-wracking. You're just kind of in the moment, and this group has done it all year long. I love their mentality. They stayed poised in a lot of situations. As great as we were at the end of the third to get that kill, and obviously to get the power play and find a way in overtime, I loved our approach in the third. Very emotional roller coaster. We get the 4-1 lead, and then our second period, I didn't hate our 5-on-5 game. We had a bad line change. They scored one off the rush, and then we put them on the power play. And if you're going to put them on the power play, you're going to be on your heels. That's exactly what happened. We battled through it and just stressed about staying on task in the third. And just concentrating on third period. I thought our third period was excellent, and we deserved 2 full points.
Do you guys know what was at stake there? If you lose in regulation, you're eliminated. I mean,
of course,
was that
but
broached or?
No. I mean, there's nothing you can do. We want to get the point. We're still battling for the point. It wasn't going to be drastic, a goalie pull or anything like that. We knew we needed a point no matter what to stay in it. So it's just that was our focus. I actually liked our third. Before we took the penalty, I was very comfortable that we were going to get that point and go to overtime. Obviously, it's not very comfortable putting that group on the power play in the third, especially how they've been humming within this game. So, again, credit to our guys to stay in the battle, stay composed. Even the execution on the 4-on-3 did a great job with it. Again, just this group, I get it. We're not perfect like anyone else battling for this last playoff spot. And, this self-evaluation in the off-season, there'll be a lot to look at. And it's been a unique up-and-down season, but it'll be really hard to knock this team's compete and mental toughness. That's pretty impressive.
You got what you needed from your top line. I mean, Alex DeBrincat had been stuck on 24 goals probably for longer than anybody would have liked, but.
Larks and Reimer are playing at a very high level, and a little bit of help there, and he's finishing, and he's been great too. He keeps a good pace to that line. It's been a really good line. Even the Pittsburgh game, I didn't love that they were trading goals. They had 4-4-3 against. I thought tonight it was a little more complete in their game. And you need a top line. If you're going to be successful in this league, you need a top line, and they've been playing like it over the last 6 periods.
Fitting for Larkin to have
amazing
the game that he had.
We'll talk more in the off season, but everything that guy has brought to our group, his will, his mentality, the way he drives, the growth in him over the last 2 years as a leader. Again, we keep things private in our room, but that's a special player. It's a special kid. And just his battle, the fact that penalty kill, he refused to come off on it, wanted everything, wanted those face-offs, and obviously had enough energy to get us one in overtime there, but really good on him.
Getting a win, too, on Reimer's milestone night, just what that means for him and just his approach
tonight.
I
think the whole, 500th game, a win like this, against a team and an organization like that. Obviously, it has a past history here, really positive history. So, but he battles, and I think the way he battles inspires us. We know where he's going to give us everything every night, and he did that tonight, and that kept us in the fight.
Obviously, gets the goal there in the first. What do you think is overall?
It's overall great. Obviously, the goal is great, but the way he gets some pucks out, the way he competes in the D zone. We felt on our heels a couple times in the D zone, and he was the guy that made the poise play to get it out. So very, very positive. Even after that goal, a little of his DNA is to be a little bit on his toes, which he's shown since he's been here in GR, but he played poise, good game, and he's getting really tough assignments right now, and that's a different animal, top 6, and he did a great job.
Derek, it's really quite remarkable. I mean, you guys had that 7-game skid that just got uglier and uglier, and then that first period against Columbus, and then, you really rise from that, and it just seems, you talk a lot about emotional highs and lows. They were, in this game, just period to period.
I think that shows the compete and battle of this group. They stay composed, they never give up, they stay on it. It's been impressive to watch, and again, we're not a perfect team. We're far from it. We have a lot of flaws. We're building. It's where we're at. But this group, they stay in the fight. It's pretty proud of them.
These next 2 games, I mean, is it just basically period to period?
Yeah, for sure.
What's your mindset?
We've done a
going into
good
these
job. Again, I think that's points to 7 of our last 10 or 11. Again, not pretty. We could get a couple more wins in there for sure, but we just keep battling, hanging in there. Narrow our focus, first period. We've had some really good starts of late, and it'll be the same exact mentality. We just need a really good start on Monday versus Montreal.
How do you shut out the fact that at some point you do need a little bit of help from elsewhere?
I really feel, of course we do. And you know, if we win out and we don't get there, you probably got to tip a hat. Someone won their way through. Not only they win, they would have beat some really good competition. That's why that point the other night was so important. I really felt if we could hang in there and get 5 or 6 points down the stretch, we'd have a chance. And we got 2 now. Now it's on us next game. So of course we'll need a little bit of help, but we'll try to control what we can control. And that's our start on Monday.
How fast did you go to the out-of-town scores?
Not really. Just we saw the Tampa game. We were watching that, and again, we talk about if a team does their job, we tip their hat to them. Washington beat a really good team at home tonight. But again, we needed to take care of ourselves to even worry about it. So hopefully we'll get some help around the league tonight and go from there.